And, you said before that it's mainly in Europe that you're considered cool.
No, they say that. They say that in Europe.
Okay. Do you think there's a difference in how you're listened to and looked upon in the United States and in Europe?
I don't know. I think I'm more peripheral in America. You know, I'm maybe people understand where I'm coming from in Europe more, and in America I'm just kind of an oddity. I'm doing my thing, but they think I don't know. Americans have either you're a clown and you're funny and you're wacky, or you're totally dead serious and you're serious and you're serious, and you're not allowed to mix the two as much. Whereas in Europe, I think you're allowed to have that ambiguity of you know, what in America is perceived as parody could be considered in Europe I don't know, I forgot the word. Satirical.
So how do you like, what do you like about American culture?
I don't know, spontaneity, you know, just a possibility. That there's that segment of the American culture that has a lot to do with individuality and being self-reliant, but that's kind of fading away. Conformity is more of the order of the day now. You know, they have these ad campaigns in America now for clothing, and they'll come out with a jacket, and it says, "Everybody wears this jacket," you know, and that's a cool thing, you know, to be wearing exactly what everybody else is wearing. So I don't really relate to that. I like the other kind of, you know, the other more free-form America, you know, the America that rock and roll came out of, blues came out of, Jack Kerouac and all that. And
what do you think is American about your music?
Me? I don't know. What's American about my music? I don't know. It's on one level, it's really stupid, you know, but that's refreshing, you know. You know, no matter how ambitiously no matter how ambitious it can get musically, no matter how experimental it can go, and it always has a simple idea behind it. I don't know. I really don't know what makes it American. Banjos? I don't know. Banjos are African, though, so I guess probably what makes me American is just the combination of things that exist in my music, the different styles, different attitudes. Some of the lyrics are American, I think. You know, they come out of nowhere. You know, America was created so quickly and out of a vast raw palette. You know, this country was created. So I think my music has a sense of that possibility, and and it's wide. My music is kind of wide, especially the last couple of records. There's so much going on in this space of music. Whereas I think a lot of European music I hear, especially the pop music, is more compact. There's a beat, there's a bass line, and a vocal. You know, it's very simple that way.
You said at one level your music was stupid. What do you mean by that?
On one level, I don't. It's just, you know, it's just stupid in the sort of basic, primitive sense that the best rock and roll is. You know.
What do you think is more to your music than stupidity?
What's that?
What's more to your music than the stupid level, do you think?
Beats, horns, whatever. You mean instruments or?
No, I mean maybe everybody says human irony.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of loneliness in my music. And the first music that I was attracted to enough to pick up a guitar and play was blues music and folk music. So I think under my music there's a kind of loneliness, a lot of whirling activity, but at the center, it's all commotion.
Which songs do you think there's loneliness in?
In particular, I think all of them. I mean, even the ones that are fun and sound like there's a lot of excitement going on. Those are songs that are trying to create energy out of a vacuum. You know, that's what music does. You know.
What way?
It fills up the silence with activity. It fills up the silence with possibilities of sound. You know, I don't know. I'm getting way metaphysical here. I don't know. Is this interesting? Or I'm not a philosopher or anything like that. I'm just a guy who programs beats and writes lyrics and does shows. So I'm definitely going in territory that I don't belong in.
Yeah. But then again, you're talking about your music, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't really have a desire to articulate my music because, I mean, that's the whole point of my music. It's not something that you articulate, something that you participate in. And if you're able to stand back from it and pick it apart into 10 different pieces, then it's that kind of renders it as a solid object, and I don't ever want it to be that. You know, time solidifies music. It just the longer something exists, the more solid it sounds. You ever had that experience where you get a new record and it sounds new and it doesn't really sound formed yet? It's like a wound that's fresh, that hasn't healed yet or something, and so to me, I equate, you know, dissecting my music with like putting bandages on the wound and trying to cover it up. You know, I just want it to be raw.
Why is that important to you?
Because then it's alive, then it's interesting, then it's still moving, it's still kind of changing. Each time you hear it, it sounds a little different. I mean, I think that's what I aspire to creating. My favorite music does that for me. It changes as I get older.
Do you have any examples?
But in a way, it's a template. It's a mirror that just reflects how you change.